me. Okay, pretty sure we're recording at the moment. What I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to go through all the pairs, see what's going on this week, and see for this month, for the month of December, and see what I'm seeing. So we're going to start on the Euro USD, responsible for 40% of all currency trading with regards to all the pairs, so good place to start. What's our trend there? Trend is down, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's have a look at the MACD and all that, they're all heading down. I don't really see any sign of a divergence or anything there. If we had a divergence here, but that's played out. Could this be called divergence with a straight across there and an upward here? Perhaps. I'm not calling it like that. Yeah, so I'm just not going to run with that one now. Delete. So the trend is down. The shorter term trend also is down. And at the moment we are in the on Friday we had this big down. Everybody thought it had broken down, away we go, then it shot back up, found support in this area. That was the last, let me have a look at the last, okay, 8 hours. So that was pretty much London opened there, no, 12. So London opened halfway through this candle here and took it down, and now we've had it all the way up since then. So the recovery after London, I guess this could well be just people taking profit. Okay, so where does that leave us for next month? If you're a bull, you're in the buy zone right now. There we go, that's your buy zone, and we could have bought that off this pivot or off this level here. I originally had this level drawn in here, then I adjusted it. Is that the right thing to do? Well, when I look at it now, this zone here does seem to be a little bit a better zone to be having drawn in, is what I'm thinking at the moment. So we've come off that level. If you're buying zone, that's your buy zone. You're ready to buy pretty shortly, or do you have, or Monday morning, and that's your target up there. I'm just not entirely convinced. Here's what I'm thinking, what my plan is. See this big red line, that's the 12th of December. That's when they have the Fed meeting on the 12th, and I'm expecting the US dollar to strengthen after that for my own reasons. So what I want is this thing to go up to this area by the 12th of December. So I'm looking for this, so I can sell this up to this area here and then down. That's my plan. Alright, so that's my plan there, drawn in, and we'll see what happens, shall we? 12th of December, two things happen then: one, the Fed meeting; two, the British elections. Okay, what's next? So that's me. So whatever you guys reckon. So my levels here are, oh, come on, one, I don't want to drag on too long. So my levels are 1.109, so 1.101, 1.11, I'm sorry, 1.11, 1.111, down to 1.106, right? And they're the levels I'll be looking for buy in there, to sell, I'm sorry, in there. So I'm going along the US dollar, but I'm looking for this zone around here. So up until the 12th, you've got to be careful, because you know, you've got to be aware of what you're holding when that date comes around, in my opinion. Okay, USD yen, what do we got? Well, you know, this is it for the last how many years. I'll put it on the month just to see how we're going here for the last 45 months. Is it 50 months or something? So that's how many years is that? We'll go back to the week, day. It's 1, 2, 3 years. For the last 3 years. 4. We've just been going sideways, slightly down, but more sideways. So I'm looking to see this thing. I mean, at the moment we're in the buy zone. in the sell zone, I'm sorry. This is where you would want to sell if you're going to sell this pair. So I'm looking for the USD to strengthen. So my thing would be like this, but I'm not so certain about this one. I'm not all that comfortable with it. So I would actually be tempted to sell this down, but if I'm looking for a stronger USD, wouldn't I be better off going, and the yen might be stronger than the USD, wouldn't I be better off taking the yen against a weaker one like the Aussie or something? At the moment we've got the trend is up here, higher high, look, we came down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, high, lower high, whatever. Double bottom, higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Well, where are we going? You know, next one you've got to be looking to go further up. You can see this is my trade plan from last month. Alright, so this was my trade plan down to this area here, because this was my buy zone here. So I'll take that one because it did dip down to there, and like I said, it's a zone, and the central pivot can be a place to buy. And off it went. Well, it hasn't gone far. I've still got a long ways to go. So if I'm to stick to that trade plan, I need to buy this again here. So that's my trade plan like this. But once again, I'm not all that comfortable with it because I'm expecting yen strength as well for a little while. So, you know, I'm just going to watch and wait on that one, but you guys figure out what you reckon you want to do. So the sell level at the moment is pretty much as soon as you can get in, whatever your entry criteria may be. The M3 there is 109.54. My zone, the M2 is 108.67 to 109, so, right? So that's the zone there to buy. Pound dollar, crikey, look at this, it's just going sideways. I mean, really, what are we going to do with it? You can't do anything with that until it breaks out or gets to the top or the bottom. If I were going to buy this, the pound against the dollar, I want the pound to be strong, but I'm expecting the dollar to be strong as well. So, you know, and also, like I say, you got that 12th of December. It's an important date. It's for Britain, of course. You got the election, and also you got the Fed thing happening as well. So, I just above his birthday, just remember that. So that's an important date there. So I'm not going to do much on this. You got those two things happening on that date. So what do you do in the meantime? Yeah, right. I'll stand clear of that one. Thank you very much. I mean, look at it's going sideways. Can't we find something better to trade with this business going on? Seriously. Aussie dollar. I'm a bear. It's just a matter of getting on board. How do we get onto this? You know, can't sell there. I'm not going to sell anyway. I'll look to get on board to the short side, and especially around this date. If I'm up there, I'll be looking to sell, and those prices would be. I mean, there's that channel again. Can we possibly get up there after? You know, every other time it's got up there, it's fallen away strongly, harshly. So. But anyway, the levels would be 68.435 and 66.15. So 68.15. Sorry, let me take that back. 0.6815 and 0.6845 or whatever, 40, something like that, 42. And that's my sell level. But I want to sell it, but how do I get into it? If I go to the 4 hour, I should be going to the 4 hour on some of these, but with the 4 hour, here's the sell zone here. This has moved down since I drew it Friday evening. So there's my sell zone there. So what have I got? A plan A, plan B, plan C. Draw this across here. There's another level, which is just an extension of that one, so I'll get rid of that one and drag this one across. Same thing. So, you know, this could be bullish up to this zone here. There we go. How's that? Bullish up to here. Bullish up to here for next week, and then sell for the 12th. back to the 12th, 0, 0 there, that's 12 there, and then down. How's that? Could work. So otherwise my earlier plan A is here. I mean, look at it riding these 21 and the 55. I know most people have in the boys groups use the 20 and the 50. I'm using the 21 and the 55, and down she goes. So it's hard to sort of ignore this, isn't it? So you've got to consider selling here on Monday, but I'll just play that by ear, see what the price action is, see if there's any news, see if there's any gapping. Ideally I'd like to sell up here, but I'm not overly confident of getting up there, but a bullish week next week would be really nice to sell. Dollar CAD, I'm in that. I'm long off of this from way back here somewhere, and it's going nowhere. It's a bit of a worry. USD against the CAD. Oil collapsed the other day. I'm sure everybody saw the 5% drop in oil. That should be weak for the CAD, so I'll hopefully get this thing to go up. Collecting positive swap on this pair, so I think I'll just sit on it and wait for that to happen. So there it is. We're in the sell zone, to be quite honest. That's the sell zone. We have all of this going on. So selling off of there, having sold off there, somebody did, right, Friday, is not the wrong thing, would not be the wrong thing to do if you were a bear, right? If you're a bull on the Canadian against the USD, that's a fair place to sell. If you're a bear on the CAD, and I'm looking at oil thinking, oh yeah, and a bull on the dollar, yes, you would look to, and everybody's probably seen me putting lines in here and saying, not another line. Oh my God, yeah, well I'm putting in another line for 12 because that's an important date. Did I get that right? Yes. So that's an important date there. So my trade plan for this is down to here and up. I mean, I'm picking that date just because it's an important date. Doesn't necessarily mean I would definitely be looking at that date. You got this level here to look at and consider. So yeah, there's that. So I'd like to be bullish on this pair, so that's what I'm looking at. I've already had a buy there, and I've got my stop loss way down there. So Kiwi dollar, it's been downtrending. Is this a reversal? Well, we're going to get breaks through this. It looks like it wants to, but will it? I don't know. This level here, this rising trend line here, it's sort of held, isn't it? So we could look at going back to retest that before continuing down with a stronger dollar. It's just what you think would happen with the Kiwi. I will show something off here in a minute. Let me, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. World Dairy, is it DIRY Dairy Auction? If you want to know something about the Kiwi, this is a good place to go. Global Dairy Trade. Let me see if it comes up here. Come on, and there it is. If you want to see what's happening with the Kiwi, this one's not a bad one to look at. Alright, you can look at where this is trending up, so this suggests a strengthening Kiwi dollar. I don't know if you're aware of that, but yeah, it's something to consider. If you're looking for why the Kiwi might be strengthening or anything, it could be because of this, because we've got milk solids trending up, and that affects directly the the Kiwi dollar. So yeah, you can have a search for that one. So Kiwi dollar, but you know, at the moment we're in the sell zone. There we are, right there. I'll be looking to sell this. If we had a breakout above that, that changes everything, right? That's your trade plan then. It's no brainer. There it is there, something along those lines. And up to there, that would give us the retest of this trend line. That would be a bit of a test in my view. I don't know who else is watching it. I have seen it on a few other people's charts, so that may work in the thing. into how everything may pan out. You've got 200 daily MA moving down here. Whether that's going to play a part, we don't know. But yeah, but if you're looking to sell it, that's your sell zone pretty much right where we are now. So anytime you can get an entry, whatever your entry criteria might be, that's your bears sell there now. Or if you want to bull it up, well, she's looking pretty good. I mean, the bull buy zone is down here. And that's where you may look to buy down these levels down here. Come on. I'd be looking to sell this unless it breaks out. You know, we're at the top of this area. What do? You know, it's trending down. You do have this trend up, but it hasn't been able to break. So, you know, in my view, all you could do is sell it if you're a bear. Now's the time to sell. But if you're if you're a bull and you want to buy, the only way you can buy that is wait for it to break out and then come back for a retrace. So at the moment, you just watch and wait. If you want to sell it, then that's your play, and you look to enter anytime soon. Okay, Swissy, USD Swissy, look at this, it's just going sideways. You could, you know, that is an upward trend at the moment, but there's been a lot of sideways action here. You know, we're in the sell zone at the moment. Strong Kiwi, stronger Swissy, that's suggestive of. We've got the standard deviation thing happening here. We've come off the top of the top trend line, top of the channel, so that might be wanting to come back down to the central, to the mean, and perhaps down to test the bottom zone. So whatever works for you. Yeah, this one's pretty well sideways, you know, until it has a clear breakout in another direction. Surely we can find something better. I don't know. What do you reckon? In my view, it's probably better to find something else, but it has potential. If it gets down in here, I'll reconsider it, because you are having a series of high highs and high lows. So for me to buy into this, I need that. So that's the end of that. What levels are they? They are 99.55, and this one is 99.245, 25 or whatever the hell, something like that around there. That's what it's saying there. 99.23 to 99. Go on, you gave me the other. No, I'm not going to give you the label. Right, okay, so that's the numbers there. What's next? Let's look at the yen pairs. I don't know if you guys are into trading the yen. What have we got here? Aussie yen, that's trending down. And we've hit this pretty strong trend line, rising trend line here. You see my buy zone down here from last month. We came down in here, got a trade, came up, it's gone nowhere. If I wanted to buy this, we would be looking to buy here. That's just how you want to play this. Is this a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low? Or are we about to have, is it a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high? I don't know. So where would I want to take that? It's kind of, the Aussie's weak, so I can't really go long it against pretty much anything. So I'd look to sell that up in this zone here. What's wrong with this picture there? It should be there. And what's this? Back to the 50, which gives us the target up here. I'm going to take that out. I'm not interested. Thank you. Yeah, so a bearish trade, a bullish trade plan for this was a buy pretty soon, anytime now. Basically, look for your entry, whatever your entry criteria might be, and you're looking to take it up into this area here. Yeah, that's what you're doing, up to the 76.67 and or the 76. I'd say around 76 in my view, especially with this business here going on over here. With all this going on over here. So I'd take this, yeah, if you went long, I would look to jump out there myself. and then wait for a breakout of this level here. So if you had that level there and you break out above it, back down, retest for next month, I'd say, and onwards and upwards. If that was your thing, an Aussie bull, I'm not. I'm sure I'm going to look to take this down, even though, so I'm going to look for a clear reversal signal in that area. You know, it's, I guess I could do this. If I'm counting this as a lower low, looking for a lower high, I can run a fib study here and look to get in there. So with the fibs, I don't know if you know this, your fib, if you're trading fibs, this is your entry level here, from here, between your 382 and the 618. So between that level there and that level there, if you're looking to trade this as a fib retracement and a continuation, that's it, and it works pretty well with the pivots at the moment. And where does it give you a target? Your Fibonacci extension is these levels here, right? Your 1382, 1618, which happen to be pretty much in the monthly take profit zone. So yeah, that's what you're looking at there. If you count this here as an entry, as a front run entry, so if you're looking at this level here, the central pivot, which was this pullback here, as your entry, as a front run, then your target is a 161.8 extension level, which is your your S2 level, right there, which is about 72. So there you go. So you're targeting 72. If you want to sell that off of there, you know, if we don't make a higher high and it continues down, the target will be 72. Which also works in well with this. Right? So there you go. But if we get up here, if we manage to get this up into the 618, that gives us its closest target of the 1382 extension, which is the M1, and that all works out to just fine, thank you very much. And that's a 72.47, okay, 72.5, there's the label right there. Right, 72.5. Okay, so that would be your target there on the Aussie yen for the month of December. If you're a bear, and I just can't be a bull on the Aussie. Just on the fibs, everybody talked the 382, the 618, and the 50. Well, just so you're aware, the 50% retrace, 50 is not a Fibonacci number. It's just halfway. It's not a fib number. Right? Just by the way, it's pretty clean 382 retracement there, isn't it? Look at that. So, and a 382 retracement, like I say, gives you 1.618. Right, moving right along, CAD yen. Have we done that with the Aussie yen? We've done the USD yen. I'll do the Euro yen. Euro yen, I mean, what's this? That's looking long, you know, up here, down here, and off we go to the races. But if you look at this, that's a downtrend. Now we've had a double bottom, higher high, higher low, suggests a continuation. You do have this 200 to get through. So, you know, what's your poison here? If you're a bear, which is a bit of a risk considering all this, so, you know, could look at this as a hedge against a lot of the other stuff. Okay, this is off this movement here, down to here, your 50%, that gives you a, your target is up here. Your Fibonacci extension target, if we continue in a bullish mode, this is your Fibonacci extension area, that'll be your target area there. Because it's on the 50, should go to the 618, but might only go to the 1382, but that's, that'll be something you decide. You do have levels across here to watch, so, you know, there you go. So whatever you reckon there, whatever works for you out of that lot. You give it that one that's doubled up, and get that one there. And the one there. Okay, so that's that. If that's what you want to do with that one, if you're, and once again, you can see where I went. My plan last month was to buy here. My target was here. From here to there. Well, actually that fib extension. There you go. That's it. Right smack bang in that fib extension. That was my target from last month. So it just didn't play out last month. It just, you know, limp dick sort of stuff. Excuse the French, but that's honestly what it was. It was supposed to come up, down, and a continuation. That was my trade plan, but it just hasn't gone anywhere. The yen pairs, the yen held its ground, and there it goes. Yeah, I'll get rid of that channel. Doesn't seem to be doing anything anymore. Just messing up my chart. Delete. Yep, there we go. Okay, so if you're a bull on this pair, there's your new entry point there. So, you know, you'd be looking to get into this thing around 120.4 and 120. There you go. Right, so 120 to 120.4 is your entry point here. So you're looking for this sort of thing. I just have trouble buying the euro. The numbers, did you see the numbers that came out of Germany the other day? The retail sales numbers, they were terrible. So it's hard to go long the euro at the moment. But then again, I believe, I read somewhere else that if somebody that's monitoring it said there's a lot of money flowing into Europe, so that could strengthen the euro. Because all your trading and your fibs and all the rest of it are all secondary to money flow. And as I understand, there is money flowing into Europe. I don't know why. I could speculate, but I don't have time right now. I do have an opinion on that, but I'm not going to speculate on this format. But that would be my trade plan. Just have trouble buying the yen and the euro as well. Pound. Well, once again, we're looking for pound strength here. This thing's been sideways. Is that a breakout? Pretty minor breakout, if you ask me. I mean, look at these pivots. Look how compressed they are. That's ridiculous. If you wanted to go long this, somewhere else would you go? Once again, 12th, we're in the pound, so we're going to put the 12th in there. We have the election on, it's an important date. So, yeah, there we go. This fib just isn't working out, is it? We can get rid of that. You know, is that a breakout? Hardly. So if you're a bull on this, and you can only be a bull, did I just get rid of that 12th? I just got rid of my line here. Let me do that quickly. There we go. Alright, there we go. So, you know, this would be ideal. But, you know, and you know, these things are compressed like this. They're going to get blown out of the water. Something's going to happen on the 12th here. So these are going to get blown out of the water one way or another. And that's for me where I would be looking to. But then I'll be looking at weekly pivots by then too. That's into the second week. The 12th is a Thursday, right, of the second week in. Right, so just keep that in mind. Another thing to look at too is the fact that we are actually in the monthly sell zone now at the close, so that could come down. If we had a monthly bearish swing, you've got this business going on too, the bottom of the channel here. You know, that's the bottom of the range here, not a channel, the bottom of the range. So you got that business going on too. But the fact is, how could you trade this before this date with conviction? I mean, really, you're asking for trouble, in my opinion. Well, yeah, you're leaving yourself exposed. This day here is high risk. So, you know, that's what I reckon anyways. But I would look to buy it around that time because the Tories are looking comfortably winning this election. I don't think that everybody such Tory supporters is just get the bloody Brexit done, all right, and the Tories look more likely to get it done. So that's what that vote's about. Aussie yen, we did that. CAD yen, oil dropped like nobody's business. See, this has been down. It's unconvincing downward trend, but it is a downward trend on the larger time frame. You know, yeah, okay. What do you do? We're in the sell zone at the moment. Once again, let me get back here. You can see my trade plan from last month was to buy here. I'll go down basically the 618. So my extension trade would have been here. to the 1618. So that was my target for last month, that level right there, once it bounced off of here. That was my trade plan for last month. Obviously it hasn't got done, but that doesn't mean I won't get there this month. So the fact is, if I get in this long, and once again, I'm having trouble going long the the caddy, because the oil price got really hammered the other day. So I'm a little bit concerned there. And also we do have a high impact thing this week. Where is it? Caddy. We got some PMI stuff on Friday. That's Friday. Where are we? We've got Aussie stuff and China stuff Monday. We've got USD stuff auction. We've got GDP, Aussie GDP. A lot of PMI stuff out, the Europe stuff, if that's bad. If this goes back into contraction, well, who knows what's going to happen with that thing. Interest rate decision on the CAD there next week. That's next Thursday. Oh, okay. Thursday, December the 5th, the 12th is the following week. Okay, anyway, Thursday we're going to watch this. This will be important. Alright? See what happens there. So a bit of importance there. Alright, you can go. Yeah, so what do you want to do with this pair? It's hard for me to be long the caddy. It really, really is. And we're sideways here. I want to look elsewhere. Seriously. If you're a bull, you buy here. And I was bullish last month, and if I'm to maintain that, I have to be bullish this month. So that would give me an entry level of 81.85 to 82.26, say 25, something around there. And you would be looking to take it up to this level here. If you had this trade to finish, look, that's also the top of the, that's interesting, to the top of that channel as well. So you're going pretty much to the bottom of the channel, and have a look at the top of the channel. So that could pan out. That could pan out, but that's a strong caddy off the oil price drop. I don't see it, but anyway. So that's a thing there, you know. Or do you take this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and keep that going? You're short then between the levels of 82.76 to 82.25-ish. So you're short there, and you're looking for this level down the bottom here. Is it really doing any good? Delete. So you're looking for this down to there. I'm just not so sure. I'm going to get these off, otherwise I'm claiming, I looked back on this and won't know what the hell I was doing, what my plans were. So yeah, that's that. I'm only going here because I'm only going here because I was a bull last month, so still a bull this month. QEN, we didn't get the buy zone. It just continued up very unconvincingly. Now we've hit this zone here. There we are there. That's that zone there. So, you know, QEN, we've been heading down for some time. I can only be bearish on this one. This is all very unconvincing. So I would look to sell this here. So I'll be looking to just sell this at the open. I mean, do you count this as a breakout of this level? It's pretty limp, isn't it? I don't know what you reckon. It's pretty limp for a breakout. Yeah, I'm not sure, so better to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone, but if I was to call it, I would call it down. Yeah, because I'll tell you why. If I go down to there, I can move to break even once price goes beyond that. If I sell off a level here, depending on any gaps on Monday morning, and then once price goes below here, I can be at break even, and then here's your new buy pivot down here at 65.58, and then you look for what's going to happen there. So if that turns around and goes against you, you're at break even and away you go. If it goes up, then you're out anyway, and you're at break even, and Bob's your uncle. If you want to go long, then you buy it down here at this level. If it doesn't get down there for you to buy, well, then you're out. You just don't involve. Just like I wasn't last week. I wasn't involved because of this, so I avoided all the risk of this limp movement. I mean, anything was possible, right? If it doesn't come down for me to get my price and that's a limp sort of movement, then I'm not in there. Swissy yen, I don't touch it. I mean, seriously, look at it sideways, moving right along. What's the next one? Look at the euro. This is dragging on a bit. I don't want to bore everybody to death. Euro, we've done the euro yen, euro pound, euro yen, we've done the euro yen, euro dollar. A lot of people watch this. Look where we are. Euro pound, I'm sorry. We're at the buy zone at a support. All you can do with this Monday morning is buy. You can't sell it. So all you can do is buy this. If you still want to remain bullish, obviously, even if you go to the sell zone up here, you still can't sell it off of there because you got this just below you. So you have to sell it down to here-ish. Get the retrace on to the later on back up to this level here, and then take it down. So what do you do with it? You're either buying it off this level. Go to break even as soon as you pass the 88.5565 or whatever, or break through the 21. You break through that 21 if you buy at the open. You break through the 21 or the 20. You go to break even, and then you just walk away. And if it gets up here, set the stops. Set your take profit at the M4, which would be 86654. So 8666. 8666, set your take profit for up there and walk away once you get up there past 21 or 20, whatever. And if it pays off, it does. If it doesn't, if it comes back, then you're break even. If it has a breakout and comes back, then you can jump into the short side. Although these are not trade recommendations, none of these are trade recommendations. It's just me thinking out loud. If you choose to take any trade, do it on your own merit. Don't listen to me. So that's euro pound. Euro odd. Boy, 2 weak currencies against each other. What do? Leave it alone. I'm out of there. Look at it, it's a mess. Don't want to know about it. Euro CAD, it's kind of sideways as well. We're off this level. We're looking for a reason to sell. We have had higher highs and higher lows since it hit this level. So really, if there's anything you can do here is to go long. You're in the buy zone at the moment. You target here, and this double bottom, higher high, kind of higher low, higher high, higher low. Where was your buy zone for this pair last month? Here. Right, that's it there. M2 to central pivot. There's your buy zone right there. You would have been well and truly and take a break even now and just sitting on it and waiting for something to happen. Would have a negative carry. That's your only trouble here. And there you've got this. If you want to buy this, that was your chance there on the front run 2 days. So that was Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. There was your front run right there, this level here. If you want to get into it now, you got higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, but that is a long retrace, so it doesn't look bullish. But if you wanted to, that's your buy zone at the moment. Use your own entry criteria if you chose to do so. This is 1.4587. Or jump in now. You look at the weekly pivots, and the buy zone is right there. Buy zone there, right there. There's the buy zone. So you'll be looking for that sort of movement on the weekly. Right. Never float your boat. Euro Swissy. Oh. Yeah, look, messy. Man, this looks like this looks dangerous, this stuff. I mean, looking at that, all I see is this. But mate, what do you do with that lot? Look at it, it's ugly. Yeah, if I was looking at something to do there, that's what I would consider that there. Even though you do have that strong movement. See, then you're buying you're buying the Swissy against the Euro. Both negative carry, so there'll probably be a positive carry between the two of them. So there's something you can consider. You can't sell it at that level, so I'm sorry, you can't buy it up at that level. The earliest you could buy that is get rid of that. The earliest you could buy this is in this level, this area here, but you know, that's the earliest you can consider buying it after this move here. But that's a nothing. You've got all this ahead of you. Sell pivot here, sell pivot there. Yeah, wow, how ugly is that? What do you do with it? Like I say, that's your first buy pivot if you want to take this long. First buy area, then you're buying out of position on this month. Yeah, leaving that one alone. Look, if we find most of them look too ugly to consider, that's a good thing, because that narrows down your choices of where you're going to trade for the week and the month. That's a good thing. Euro Kiwi. This is suggesting strength against the Kiwi. Euro strength against Kiwi. You know, get down to the take profit. You got down to the take profit zone. You got this level here. I'll borrow this one. You get down to this level here. You know, and there we are. You got these big indecision candles. Look at those wicks on that one. That's suggesting I'm out of here. So what I could consider there, because you're at the bottom there, you can't sell it there. Can't sell it there. I mean really. Your MAs have crossed over. They're the 4-hour MAs. Let me go to daily. I want the daily. I did get a daily. One of those weeklies there. Let me get rid of these. Okay. Yeah, your 4-hour, your daily 21.55 have crossed over. If you're going to sell this, here's your sell zone. Please go away. There's your sell zone there, which would be these two MAs. So that would suggest this. And down you go. That's one suggestion there. If you want to buy this because of all that other stuff I said earlier, this would be your levels in here, which is where you are now. So whether you wanted to buy this one possible trade plan is to buy this here, take it up there. The moment you tag this, which will be around about where the 21 is, you want to go to break even. That way if it comes back on you, you're at break even, but if it goes up here and comes down, yeah, see what happens there. Other one is rather unconvincing, isn't it? Very unconvincing. Look at this, it's just been a mess for months. All this stuff, it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, that's the euro. I've been lovely with the pound because the pound ones have been strong. I've looked at a lot of them. We're looking to go strong the pound, but once again, so look at the pound US, the pound euro, the pound yen, pound odd. Well, we've been speaking about this one, and this is where I would want to buy here, which is pretty much the bottom of this range. That's where you'd be looking to get in there. I'll go to daily. There was something else in here that I wanted to look at. So we're looking for this to come back down to here. How does this work out? That's in our buy zone right there between 382 and the 50% retracement, which is also this level here. The daily 21 will be up in that area. If you wait long enough, if it goes sideways, the 55 may catch up. Look at this. This was my trade plan. Look at that. Was a pretty good one. From last month. That was my target, but things have moved since then. So close to the 382. Should give me a target of up here somewhere, there, right there. That's on your fib retracement, but on the pivots, my target here was actually up at this level. So when I drew this in, these were still being painted. I think I went through this one, didn't I, the other week? Yeah. So I drew that one in. I went through this one on another video, and that's where we were heading to, really there. But I put that back because I had it drawn in down there somewhere anyway, so to be fair, I left it there. Now for this month, this is what I'll be looking at down to here and on again. Could this be considered the breakout? Perhaps. That's kind of looks a little bit convincing, perhaps. I don't know. Is it? But that's what I'll be looking for. And once again, you got the 12th. This is the pound. You can only go for the 12th. That's the election. I don't know. What do you reckon? Is that going to have an impact on things with the pound? I'd reckon. And there we are. There you go. I've done it before to the 12th. So that's what I'm looking at like that. Pound CAD, pretty much the same thing. I'm looking. Let me put this one in. Oh, we've got it there already. Cool. What was that? So my plan here would be down to here. Look, this is my plan from. This is from 2 months ago, down to here and up again. That didn't pan out. So now he's boasting. Yeah, that didn't work out. But you know, that was a plan. I had a plan. First thing you got to do is have a plan. That's been drawn in a while ago. Targets up here now. Off of this retracement, so that's where we're looking to go, which is pretty much close to where this pivot's going. So if this comes back here by the 12th, go away there. Then that's your trade plan, right? But the fact is, if this takes off because there's a positive result from that election, the sky's the limit. Well, where's your limit for the short term is here. Right? Price action trumps everything. Price action, support and resistance trumps pivots, trumps MACDs, trumps everything. Everything else. Price action, support and resistance rules the roost. Everything else is just by the way. So, you know, you're going to, in fact, you could probably safely put your take profit up to there, unless you wanted to continue. But I wouldn't. I would take profit up there and then look to re-enter on a breakthrough. So yeah, that's a plan there. And then you're looking at this. That's quite a ways in front. So that's well in the next year, so that can be part of next year's plan. There you go. I'm already planning next year. So there we go. Okay, pound Swissy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, look at that. Why do I have? Why are these all set up this way? Just weekly. Why is that way? I don't know why that is. I don't want them daily, I wanted all these other ones. Yeah, we'll get rid of them. And so here's your, I mean, look at these pivots, it's ridiculous. So there's your, you know. But once again, it's like the other one I did on this, against the Swissy, or whatever the pound was, it is, whatever it was, you got this. So you could have a, you know, it could be off of this pivot here, which is your monthly sell pivot at the open on Monday, unless there's a gap, right? And so you could have this down to here by the 12th, the magic 12th again, and up to there. And onwards and upwards, because these things are going to get blown out of the water. Pivots didn't work last month, so you just ignore them. So then you're looking for support, resistance. Well, you got this one. You got this here for show. You got that there, and then you got this here. So it's the levels you're looking at up there. Pretty clear stuff there. I know this is dragging on, but there's more stuff I do want to cover. I know it's dragging on, but anyway, so probably there's your safe bet there. I mean, is that a breakout? It's not really convincing. So you've got plan A and plan B there. Plan A is just buy here, buy in this zone here. Plan B is buy down there if it gets down there. Found Kiwi, you're in the buy zone pretty much now. Once again, you want to do a we're doing this 12th, better put the date in there, and everything revolves around that. So everything revolves around that. So there's your trade plan. Offer here, or onwards and upwards, wherever the hell that's going to go to. We'll review that another time. Unless you get down to this area here, there's your plan B. Would this be considered like this down to here? Am I being a bit generous there? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, look at this. It's just absurd. How can you do anything with that? It's ridiculous. So, wait for the 12th and make a decision then, I guess. Okay, I'm going to stop there on the currencies. I could do the Aussie as one I was really thinking of doing because it's so weak. You know, look at how weak it is against everything. But I've done it against most of it except for the CAD, Kiwi and Swissy. So, what I want to do to look at, and this one's, actually I'm going to do a separate. I'm going to do a separate one on the indices and maybe the commodities as well. So I'm going to sign off on this one, and I don't know if it helps. Good. It's just my thoughts. It helps me. That's for sure, doing this stuff as I've found out. So I'm going to post this. Thanks. Holy crikey, 51 minutes.